Hi, this is Phil from the Next Chapter team, and welcome to another article review. Today's article review, we're going to cover 4 spending habits that are keeping you from getting rich and building wealth. But before we jump into the review, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and share. Help the channel grow. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy another article review. First spending habit brought up in this article is consistently thinking in the short term. And what this is really getting into is prioritizing consumption and instant gratification over saving, paying down debts, and investing. So this consistent short-term thinking and instant gratification is stopping people from building wealth by saving, paying down debts, and investing consistently. The number 2 tip is not learning how to spend wisely. And what we're really getting at here is developing a true balanced approach to spending, to not spending every dollar, right? And also further on top of that, learning that when you have a large influx of money, to use that money wisely. Picture this: you inherit some money from a grandparent that has passed on or a relative that has passed on, and you blow it all. And you don't spend wisely. You don't spend some of it, take care of some debts, and then invest the rest of it, right? So again, learning to spend wisely can really be a critical habit that you can, from there, really snowball into some major results over the long term. And at the end of this video, we're going to go into that. Number 3, bad spending habit that's stopping you from getting rich. You're carrying credit card balances or other high interest debts. These high interest debts, credit card balances, are going to stop you from achieving bigger wins in your financial world. They're going to slow down your saving rate. They're going to slow down your ability to invest at a higher rate. And also in certain cases, it may even stop you from purchasing a home or putting a down payment on a home, townhouse, or even condo. So carrying credit card balances and high interest debts can really harm you over the long term. So you really have to strike a balance and really gain control of them if you really want to build wealth over the long term. The number 4 item is succumbing to lifestyle creep. And this is really important to call out. You know, as you go on in your career, to the younger viewers, you get 10, 15% raises, or you switch jobs going from company A to company B, and you get these raises. It's important to take advantage of these raises in a balanced perspective. Yes, if you want to spend a little, fine, but take advantage of that. Increase your savings rate. And if you have a good enough savings, like a good 3-6 month savings, pay off those debts if you haven't already paid them off. And then from there, start increasing your 401k contributions. And if you feel comfortable with your 401k, meaning you've met the limit within your company to get the match, then invest in your IRA. Take advantage of these increases in pay as you go into your career the right way, in a balanced fashion. Just because you receive a 10% increase in pay, do not increase your spending by 15-20%. You're putting yourself behind. You're putting yourself further behind. Instead, if you're getting a 10% raise, figure out how much of that, maybe 1% or 2%, you're going to enjoy, and then the rest of it, find a balance, save, pay down debts, and invest consistently. You'll be amazed what you can do over the long term. Again, at the end of this video, we're going to go into an example of what it could really occur. Hey, you know what? Let's say that you have really heard this article, and over a couple of years, you really dialed in your spending habits, and you were able to get to a great financial situation, and you're making progress paying off debts, and life happens, and you receive $50,000 from a relative because they've passed on, whether it be a grandparent, aunt, uncle, maybe even a mom or dad. While this is very sad, the reality is you had a windfall of money. Now, let's say that $50,000 you needed to spend, I don't know, $23,000 on something, whether it be to pay off a car or just do your final wrap-up of debts. And you said, you know what? I'm going to save all the rest of it. So you have $27,000. And then you said further, you know what? After looking at my budget, really clean things up, I could save consistently $6,500 on top of that annually. Now let's see what would happen over time, because you're able to invest consistently. And we're going to say for today's example that you assumed an interest rate, growth rate of roughly 6 or 8% annually. All right. So again, one more time, $27,000 is your initial investment. You're going to invest consistently $6,500 because you've cleaned up all your debts. And you're going to say today's growth annually on average for your investments will be about 8%. Let's see what those balances end up being over time. Okay, you have time on your side here. And in 15 years, let's talk about what would happen. So first off, your balance would be in 15 years, again, compounding consistently at 8%. your invested money would have been $124,000, and then you would have growth compounded of 137. So your total balance would have been $262,000. But now let's just say you dialed in and you said, I want to go further. What would the balance be in 20 years? $423,000. What about 25 years? Again, you start out with $27,000 and you're investing consistently $6,500, $666,000 in 25 years. And finally, let's see what happened in 30 years. Now remember, we put the example that you started this at age 30 roughly, and you did this consistently for 30 years, putting it at 60 years old. You'd have $1 million. $1 million. And what would you have invested over that time? Your cash contributions, your invested dollars, $222,000. The rest, $786,000, would be pure growth. Isn't that amazing? Because you took care of spending habits, because you've dialed in and you've really upped your game financially, and you've become extremely disciplined. Over the years, you have nonstop invested and you have grown. A $27,000 windfall of money from a relative, while it's very sad, you've honored them, invested 27. Remember, our example is they gave you 50, they left you 50, and you've invested 27 of it because you paid off debts. So you enjoyed some. You enjoyed close to half of that money. And then you said from there, I'm going to invest consistently $6,500. Your balance would have grown to $1 million. $1 million on cash contributed of $222,000. And this is just invested dollars, right? This would be even larger if you would have been able to dial in a 401k or an IRA. Your portfolio would be well over $1 million. Hope you enjoyed this review. So many more to come. And now a quick recap. All right, 4 spending habits that are keeping you from getting rich. 1, consistently thinking short term and not having a good plan for your money. Just being so short-sighted with money that you are not saving, you're not paying off debts, and you're not investing. 2, not learning how to spend wisely. So really, this is more than just spend wisely. It's not learning how to make good, balanced decisions with money. As we showed you in our example, balanced decisions can really add up and having a really positive impact on your overall financial picture when you have a nice windfall. Number 3, carrying credit card balances or other high interest debts. Why? Because this is stopping you from saving, paying off debts, and further investing consistently or investing at a good, nice, healthy pace. And number 4, wrapping it up, succumbing to lifestyle creep. Again, one more time. You got a 10% increase in pay? Awesome. Do not spend it all. And in fact, don't spend more. Don't say just because I got a 10% increase in pay, I'm going to go buy a car or some other big item and increase my overall spending by 15%. You just put yourself in the hole by another 5%. Hope you enjoyed the article review. So many more videos to come. Talk to you soon. Hey, thanks for staying to the end. This video is brought to you by the Next Chapter team. If you enjoyed the video, please take a moment to hit that like button, drop a comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family. This will help the channel reach out to more individuals just like you. We offer one-on-one coaching where we work with people and small businesses to determine a clear path to achieving their financial goals. This includes things like budgeting to reduce debts, planning for big purchases, and even learning how to build wealth with the tools that you have readily available to you. So please see our link below to schedule a free 30-minute call with our team to talk through coaching and understanding your current financial situation. Also, check out some of our affiliate links below for High Yield Savings Account. This is a great place to put your money when you're saving up for those big purchases and your emergency fund. Check out some of our videos right here. And please enjoy and see you in the next video.